Hey everyone, this is Joshua Nessa with Trails Offroad. Today I'm on the Dusy-Ershim Trail near Shaver Lake, California, and these are my 5 favorite overland trails here in California. Our first trail today is the path between Panamint Valley and Death Valley, and I like to call the area Death Valley because it's mostly in Death Valley Park. It's a single trail in a sense of manner, but is actually 4 different paths overall. The trail takes about 2 to 4 days. Gas is required. There is 0 self-service, so make sure you have something that works off satellites. And be prepared to be in one of the most remote places in this country. It's about 60 miles from the nearest civilization, so be prepared for that. Some of the obstacles of trails are all pretty easy. A stock 4x4 with a little bit of ground clearance can do them all, so you don't need anything special for this route. Now, as far as waypoints, there is a lot of stuff out there. It's amazing how much stuff is actually out there in Death Valley. There's a lot of great cabins, mines, things like that. Place I like to stop, Barker Ranch, which is also known as Madison Ranch. A lot of interesting things. Camping wise, I always camp in Butte Valley. Butte Valley is one of my favorite places. Beautiful scenery, about 60 miles from anything. So you're really remote, rare to see anyone, nice to relax. Now, with this video, it's going to be a little different than my other overland video, and that is I'm not limited to just easy trails. This one has hard trails and even up to severe rated trails. I like the harder stuff. It gets you away from people, which makes it a lot more interesting, a lot more exciting, resulting in way more relaxing. Now sit back, enjoy some of the footage of us exploring Death Valley. Sitting at number 4, Big Bear. Now this is the difficult route versus the easy intermediate route. Everything takes about the same amount of time, gas is not needed, it's about the same as the other trail. Now, what the difference though is, in the Overland path, I'm adding more difficult trails in the mix. So now there's some rock crawling, some hard obstacles, which makes it a lot more fun and a way more different. Now, by going this route, there is several different hard obstacles along the path. So make sure you're ready for that, and it is required, so you have to do it. Now, along the trail, there is tons and tons and tons of beauty in Big Bear. That's one of the reasons I like Big Bear, so make sure you get out there and check it out. Camping in Big Bear is probably one of the best areas to camp at. There's camping everywhere. Campgrounds, dispersed camping, you name it, it's up there. Some of my favorite spots are over by the Squeeze, but that's not just the only area you can camp. Now, let's sit back, watch some of the footage of my favorite overland route in Big Bear, California.
Oh, I'm down. Oh,
Inside part. Sitting in number 3 spot, Anza Borrego. Anza Borrego is located in Southern California near the Salton Sea. The area is mostly desert, so make sure you're prepared for that. When I usually go to Anza Borrego, I like to spend 2 to 4 days, not only because the trails are going to be on this list, but there's so much more out there. You could spend a week out there and never do the same trail more than once. This route does have a lot of trails involved. Some of those trails include Coyote Canyon, Metal Sculpture, Diablo's Drop, Sandstone Canyon, and Fish Creek. One of the great things about this route is it's very easy. There's only a few obstacles, and those obstacles are optional, and those are back in Sandstone Canyon. So, you could take your stock 4-wheel drive vehicle, load it up with all your camping supplies, and have a weekend to remember. Along the route, there's so many scenic waypoints I can't even begin to list them all. I enjoy personally stopping at the Metal Sculptures, checking out the oases. Sandstone Canyon is a must, the mud caves are a must, and there's just so much more along the route. Make sure you have enough time to check all these out. One of the great things about Anza Borrego is it's desert, therefore camping is easy. You just pull over to the side, got a dispersed camping spot. Now with that said, there is a few different camping spots I like to stop at. One of them is in Sheep Canyon, another is in Indian Canyon, another one Canyon Sin Nombre, and Sandstone Canyon, plus Bear Valley and a few other spots. So when you're out there, just pick the best spot you think is the most amazing view. Now sit back and enjoy some of this video footage of us in Anza Borrego. Right in the very top round dot. See the polywogs? Speedo demon. Sitting at number 2, the Rubicon Trail. The Rubicon Trail is a difficult trail up near Tahoe, California, and takes on average 2 to 3 days to do. The trail is relatively short, so you don't need extra fuel. Even though the trail is pretty simple to follow, there is ways to get out of the trail if something does go wrong, but it will require a phone call. Now, with that said, most of the obstacles on the trail are optional. That's what people don't realize about the Rubicon. You're not required to take the hard lines. Therefore, more stock vehicles are probably fine on the trail. Now, along the trail, there's a lot of different must-see scenic waypoints. Most of mine are usually camping spots, so when you're on the trail, everyone loves something different. That's what makes it worthwhile. Now, for camping spots, there's really 2 popular places to camp. One is Buck Island Lake, the other one's Rubicon Springs. Now, let's sit back, have some fun, and watch the highlights of this trail. Oh. Hard right. Sitting in the number 1 spot is the Dusy-Ershim Trail. Now, I could go for days saying why I like this trail, but let me show you why. To start out, the trail is rated severe, and on average takes 3 to 5 days to do. Do not try to do it any faster than that because it's just not enjoyable if you do. Fuel is required, so make sure you bring extra gas. The path is comprised of just one trail. There's no exits early, there's no help, so when you go on this trail, you are by yourself on this trail, so plan for that. Now, the trail does have a ton of obstacles. It is 33 miles of non-stop obstacles. So, unlike the Rubicon and other trails, there's just no breaks. Some of my favorite parts about this trail is the scenic waypoints. The lakes, the mountains, the trees. I can't begin to list them all. It's just that amazing and that beautiful. Now, the camping on the Doozy is probably the best in the world of any trail I've ever done. So why don't we sit back? I'm going to show you some of my highlights of this trail and let us know what you think. Right through there. Thank you for watching. You can find the information on these 5 trails at trailsoffroad.com by searching in the top right corner, or you can click on the pop-ups on the screen or hyperlinks below in the comments section. Please rate this video, leave comments, share the video with your friends, and I hope to see you out in the trail soon.